What's up everyone, and welcome back to Outdoor Beards, where today we're taking a break from our landscaping projects so that we can go up and go backpacking. This will be a part of our destination series where we take you into the great outdoors, show you where we've been so you can decide whether or not you want to go there yourself. And on today's episode, Hell Roaring Lake in Stanley, Idaho. First, let's talk about some details. We're using an app here called AllTrails. I'm not sponsored by them, but I really enjoy this app, and the amount of information that you can find on this is amazing. So we're going to pull up our destination here. You can see it's a 10.7 mile out and back hike with an elevation gain of 728 feet. It's roughly 20 miles from Stanley, Idaho, if you're not from here. And if we pull up the map, you can see the elevation gain in here. You can see what it looks like in terms of the hike. And there's even some reviews in here as well. You can see what other people thought about the area. If you're lucky and somebody has left a review here very recently and close to your trip, you might be able to see what some of the conditions are while you're there as well. So definitely check out this app. Again, I am not sponsored by them. I just really enjoy this. The drive up and around Stanley needs a small mention in this video. There's some waterfalls up there, there's hot springs up there, and I know the camera doesn't do it justice, but the view of the Sawtooth from the road as you're driving up there is just awesome. The hike in was quite easy as far as the hike goes. It only took us about 2 hours to get up to the lake, and we were going at a casual pace. We're not really running a race here, we're there to enjoy the views. The hike is pretty cool because you get to see there's a river that you're following, or a creek that you're following most of the way up. Sometimes it's like raging, super loud, crazy fast water, and then you take another turn and it's real slow and quiet, and then sometimes the trail actually takes you away from that creek and you're just deep in the forest and it's nice and quiet. So the variety on this hike is actually really nice. Once you get up to the lake, you're greeted with a beautiful view of the Sawtooth Mountains and a cool little formation called the Finger of Fate. You can see that here in the upper right of this image. Now, being there early in the season means there's still snow up in the mountains, but you're surrounded by green, lush forest down by the lake. So it's a really cool contrast, seeing the white up here and all the green down here. It just makes for a really cool image. The camping spots in the area are spread out pretty nicely, so you're not going to be, right up next to somebody else, but there are not a lot of camping spots at this lake. So if you're going up there for a day hike, obviously this doesn't matter, but if you do want to camp, I suggest you get there early because they're going to fill up quickly. If you make that whole trek up there and you find that there's no camping spots, it's only about an extra 4 or 5 miles up to Imogene Lake. So you can kind of use Imogene Lake as your backup destination if you're unable to find a camping spot. On our second day up there, we decided to do some day hiking up to the backside of the lake. We were trying to hike up to the Finger of Fate, which you're supposed to be able to get pretty close to. And if that wasn't going to work, then we would hike over to Imogene Lake because I had never seen that, even though Brandon had. However, we ran into quite a bit of snow up there. The snow looks really cool when you're down at the lake because it gives you that contrast, but we ended up in some knee-deep stuff and it really wasn't what we were interested in hiking through. So we just made it up to the backside of the lake. We saw some really cool views up there, but we were not able to get as far as we wanted and ended up coming back down. All in all, this is a great location with awesome views. It'd be great to take kids on because that hike is not that difficult. And with the proximity to other locations and other lakes, you could easily turn this into a multi-day, multi-destination type of excursion if that's what you're into. It's time to head back. I'm gonna miss this view. Look at that. That is just beautiful. I was trying to come up with a grading structure for these destinations and these videos, and there's so many variables between one destination and another that I decided, instead of trying to come up with a grading structure, to just ask myself, would I go again? And the answer for Hell Roaring Lake is hell yeah, I would definitely go again. In fact, I think this will probably be the first destination that I take my son to when he's old enough to go backpacking. And that'll be our first father and son backpacking trip, will be Hell Roaring Lake. It was beautiful, it was a great hike, and I really hope that you get to go see it as well. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay bearded, my friends.